Heroes, you are our last hope, saviors of this world. I know you can do it, as long as you stay... Oh. They're already f***ing gone! Side quest!
Hello! We are setting off on tonight's podcast. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back to you, Jekyll and Satin. How's it going, guys?
Still alive, fuckers!
Oh yeah. Wait, it's been your birthday since we recorded the last one, hasn't it?
Yeah, God, I'm older. Imagine that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, it was your birthday?
You do anything for your birthday?
Not much. It's a bit of drinking.
Oh yeah. What'd you drink? Man, he got so drunk he forgot what he drank.
No. It was just like some Di Serono, which is like cherry almond amaretto, and a couple mics.
Ooh, I like Di Serono. Di Serono's pretty good. Actually, I have like a Di Serono like cherry almond ice cream that I like a lot. It's really good.
Fine.
Yeah, Jekyll, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, funny enough, I didn't know it was Satin's birthday this past week, but it was also my mother's birthday this past week. Yeah, so I did that and went to a family reunion, and then I got to spend a lot of time with my sister, which was actually quite nice.
Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Anything happened in my neck of the woods this week? Oh, I got recruited to join a VTuber team, which is interesting. So look forward in the future to me streaming on Twitch at some point.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm gonna be, after I get my model made, I'm gonna be back on Twitch.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I'm planning on using some of my qualifications for once. Have you guys ever watched the like VTuber confessional streams where chat confesses shit to the VTuber?
I have not.
Dude, they are so funny, and I feel like I am actually qualified to do that as an excommunicated member of the church.
Yep. Absolutely do it.
Yeah, I'm planning to. Otherwise, my character is going to be a bartender, so I'm just going to be hosting like talk show or like interaction type stuff for the other members of the team. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing is like maybe Truth or Dare or Never Have I Ever or just drinking streams and stuff like that. I also want to do some like reaction videos to like how to drink or tipsy bartender, that kind of stuff. And then just like gaming in general.
If you invite me for the VTuber stuff, I'll gladly, insult some YouTube motherfuckers. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, I'll bring on the little Ammonite guy.
Yep. What's up, whores?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so
What's up, Google Physics?
What's up, gaggle fucks?
Honestly, I think that is the biggest like insult you could roll into like a bunch of VTubers with is like sup jiggle physics, because that's all of your fans in general is jiggle physics.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna be a male VTuber. I'm not gonna have jiggle physics.
Jizzle physics.
Jizzle physics. Nope, not gonna have that either. Though maybe I'll, in one of my models, I'll just get a boob slider so I can every now and then just pop out a pair of tits.
Nah, you're a bartender. You're not thinking like punny enough. Whenever you have jizzle physics, it should just be a bottle of champagne that's just that.
Oh, dude, yeah, I do gotta do some like champagne toasts. Actually, my current props that I'm having my rigger make for me is a cocktail shaker, a old school silver microphone, and then I think a controller are going to be the three I start out with. I am
Can we just all agree that bartending is one of the only safe for work, not safe for work jobs?
Oh, dude, I promise my streams are going to be like the wildest. So my avatar is going to be like a shadow man who's all done up in neon. And most of the time, I'm not going to have a mouth on stream, except for when I say particularly horrendous shit. I'm having my model maker have a toggle to turn on my mouth, and it'll just be like a crooked fanged smile with like a big neon split tongue for what I'm saying, just something absolutely vile.
Oh, I was hoping like it would just mocap your actual realistic mouth on this cartoon figure.
No.
Overly realistic mouth going like, "The fuck you said?"
No, I'm not doing that. Also, for some reason, my reactive is lagging like hell today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But anyway, so we do have a topic for tonight. We're playing a game, as we do actually pretty often at this point on this show. We're playing World's Greatest Expert. We do a lot of improv games around here because, you know, that's what we fucking do. We make jokes and we talk shit, so might as well play improv games. So you guys know
Honestly,
how the game works. I explained it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so so for the people at home, the way this game works is one of us, any of us can say it, will say something like, "Hey Satin, I hear you're the world's greatest expert on cheese." And Satin will then have to give an in-depth explanation about cheese, regardless of whether he knows anything about the subject. No looking things up.
Bad. I just
I
wish I wasn't this sober for this game. Because I feel like if I wasn't
Hey, if we wanna just break for 5 and do a couple shots, I am down.
I'm sober. It's not possible. If it was, I would be happy with my job.
Yeah. Well, we could break for 5 and me and Satin could go get shots.
Okay, editor, do your thing. Skip 5 minutes.
All right. Break for 5. Go get alcohol, Satin.
5 minutes later.
5 minutes later. Well, brief time skip. I have vodka. Diboja. That shit was ass.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, okay. How old is this vodka? That's like 3 years old and it's flavored vodka. It's fine. Ew. Okay. Anyway, world's greatest expert. So, who has anyone thought of a good topic? You know what? Actually, Jekyll, I did hear something. I heard you are the world's greatest expert on horse breeding. Can you tell us about that?
Excuse me. Slowly escalate to like possible horrific shit. So you're like, no. Look, I heard you know a lot about horse breeding. Okay, fuck you. You pulled this pin. I'm sorry that I have a massive amount of knowledge of zoology, and you're going to pay the price. Okay.
Right.
So when it comes to horse breeding, there are multiple forms that you can actually do. You can either do the natural one, where you put in 2 animals and hope for the best, or you do the whole milking, quote unquote, where you essentially make a stand and you put on a condom on a horse and you kind of just let him go at this oversized fleshlight. while they stare at another horse, and apparently that's pornography for horses. And
have you seen this yourself, Jekyll? You are the world's greatest expert.
Bro, I grew up around farms. I had to see this. It wasn't my choice.
Sounds a little defensive.
He tested himself.
The man doth protest too much.
I was 6 years old. This is forever like stuck in my head. Like this is trauma. Okay.
Dear God, you're 6 and Christ, you're still breathing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very interesting thing because you mainly need to make sure about like a horse's whole lineage, along with like breeding credentials. You need to make sure that you have animals that are well tamed, because there are chances where you put in a horse to mate with another horse and it flat out goes like, it's not my type, and for that I'm gonna kill it. And so you have to be kind of careful with it, but that's essentially the two options.
I'm doing
So I
another
guess to ask,
shot.
how do you? So I guess to ask, since you're the expert here, when it comes to lineage, how do you determine that stuff? What is it like? Color, hair length, taste?
Oh God, no, that's not what that meant, dude. I'm talking
thinking about it. Okay, so what?
These two horses.
Okay, hold on. You are the world's leading expert. So, in other countries, horse meat is a staple food. Is the breeding process for breeding feed horses as rigorous as breeding racehorses?
Where are you hearing about people eating horses?
That is
horses are more used for glue.
No, horse meat is eaten around the entire rest of the world.
Oh, well, good for them. And essentially, whenever it comes to an animal that needs to be breeded to be like, what's the word for it?
Eaten?
If it's being processed for food and stuff, you're mainly looking at keeping a healthy horse that's not going to be any inbreeding, because that could cause an animal to gain diseases later on. You also need to make sure that you're taking care of their feed and making sure that they're well fed, because obviously the more meat, the more fat, the more flavor. It's the same that you would do with cows, chickens, anything really. So, wait, doesn't one of your girlfriends work with horses? Why are you asking me this shit?
She rides horses. She doesn't know how to breed horses.
Okay.
Anyway, Satin, just a question. At what point should we cut him off, or should we let him go a bit longer? How far should we embarrass him?
I think this is perfect.
Okay, we need another question then.
No. Hey, Satin.
God, what?
I heard a rumor that you are the world's leading expert into furry culture.
Unfortunately, I am not. See, I got all of my information from one Jekyll.
No.
Yeah, reading. Try that again. You are the expert now. It has been tossed to you.
You are the expert now. You have to go along with it.
No.
This is payback for when you randomly pulled the furry court shit on me in a random video.
We didn't actually do it, though.
No, you got close enough.
Granted, you still would have lost. But...
Mm-hmm. Go on, Satin. I'm waiting. I'm very interested to know.
So, furry culture is what happens when you can actually prove that God can make mistakes. Like, to any furries that are watching these videos, I don't apologize. I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. I don't like seeing a person walking around in a convention with this anime-ified, cartoony, like, wolf fursuit that's blue, pink, green, fucking all colors of the rainbow, makes a bag of Skittles.
Hold on.
Dude.
We do gotta be respectful here because furries, bizarrely, are all rich and willing to put a pipe bomb in my mailbox.
Yeah, that's fair.
However, on the other ground,
However, carry on.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that's just also one of the things. How do you motherfuckers... that's the one thing I can't explain, is how you motherfuckers have so much money to make these, like, buy and make these shoes. Like, because these things could probably be going for, like, the cheapest hundreds, the most expensive thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. And you sons of bitches...
See, no, actually, Satin, you have a good
actually,
point.
It's even more accurate sons of bitches for you fuckers. Have fun with that.
That actually does kind of piss me off because I just found out like a couple weeks ago. I work with a furry. I didn't know this guy was a furry until someone told me, "Hey, next time you walk past him, we have to wear badges on our belt for us to be on site." So the girl who had checked in through the TSA area flat out goes like, "Next time you get the chance, look down to where his badge is at, because he has a photo of a overly muscular wolf with a tank top and nothing else, with a massive freaking bulge in the front of it, and it just swings there. He wears that shit to work every single day.
I have
hold on.
My proof. God makes mistakes.
He wore it to work.
Let's toss this to another person before we piss off everybody.
Before we get shot by the furry community or pipe bomb.
Yeah.
However, I will say to the furry community, try your fucking luck.
Actually, to the furry community, look, I understand people could be what they're into, and it might not work for all of us, and it's not my thing.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, at the same time, if it's not hurting anyone, do what you love.
Yeah.
And if you're getting that much money, please send it to us.
Yeah. To the furry community and the kink community in general, whatever boats your float, we don't care. We're just internet assholes. This is the official stance of the SideQuest podcast.
However, you
speaking about
I'll fucking kill you.
Speaking of the kink community, hey Noel, I heard that you are the world's leading expert in cuckology.
Oh yeah? I will talk.
No. Let me change it.
Welcome to my fucking TED Talk, buddy.
No. I heard you the world's leading expert on being pegged in the processes therein.
Okay, so now what you have to understand about pegging, it's an intimate art form.
Okay.
It is one of the most deeply enriching activities you can possibly engage in with another person. You don't know the way it changes a person. To feel that silicone, to feel yourself lubed and stretched, it is an breaking and mind-altering experience. There is nothing like it. Have you ever heard of butt chugging? It's similar. You want to make me talk? I'll make this fucking uncomfortable.
The first thing that came to my mind.
It only gets weird when it starts tickling your organs.
Yes.
Oh.
And if you hit that right spot, it'll bulge out in your stomach.
Okay, look.
Like,
For our
like a
Maybe,
xenomorph trying to break
not
out.
for you, Jekyll, but
for our innocent audience at home, please never look
Who?
up in Google search Red Sox. It will absolutely ruin your innocence. It will make you want to throw up.
What innocent audience members
know
do
what?
we have?
You watch the innocent people that are, for some reason, watching our content. Go ahead and look that up.
No, don't do it.
Go ahead and look that up.
Yes, if you
It'll
consider
be
yourself
something fun for us.
innocent and you have ended up on our page, just start running. It's not safe here. You are in danger.
And then while you're at it, show our videos to your other innocent friends, and then look them dead in the eyes and ask them, "Look at that, and tell me there's a God."
Also, if you are claiming to be innocent and you have made it to our page, you're full of shit. I know your AO3 history.
Fuck's sakes.
I'm taking another shot. This fucking vodka sucks.
Are you drinking like the cheap gas station vodka? It's like the plastic bottle.
No, it's not quite shitty K. Though, that does remind me. At some point, I need to read to you guys one of the most artistically written food reviews I have ever heard.
Artistically or autistically?
Both.
Fair enough. Had to make sure there.
I have here a liquor review of Shitty K Kamchatka from Dad Blog. It's written by Baggy J.
Baggy J, what's that?
Baggy J is the man that wrote this glowing review of Kamchatka.
What's Kamchatka?
Hold on, I will tell you. Kamchatka.
I walk away for
This.
5 seconds.
Hold
and I learn
on.
about
Shut
new
the fuck up and listen, bitch.
Okay.
Kamchatka. This is a vodka that nearly every college student has come across at some point. It is practically a tradition to get hammered off your ass on a bottle of it at some point in your collegiate career. You can find a bottle of this dumpster vodka in about every college town gas station, liquor store, market, or freshman dorm room. What makes this brand so special anyway? Is it the taste that I can only describe as what hand sanitizer smells like? Or is it the 42 proof alcohol content sticker plastered on the front of the bottle, barely even qualifying it as a hard liquor? Or maybe it's its famous nickname, Shitty K, rightfully given by anyone who's ever experienced the drink. While all of these unique traits of Kamchatka, the driving factor for its popularity is its price. You can, and I have many times, walk into your local BP or Shell gas station with only a $10 bill and a joke of a fake ID claiming you're 21 and leave with 1.7 liters of this magnificent drink. Don't worry, you'll still have change in your pocket for drunk food later. This iconic efficiency, rivaled only by few other hard drink, such as Four Loko and other knockoff Kamchatka brands like La Salle or Smirnoff, creates a seemingly unbreakable magnetic connection between Shitty K and your typical broke college student. Taste. While some, perhaps more civilized cheap alcohol connoisseurs look towards cheap piss water beers like Keystone and Natty Light, these beers cannot get the job done for me every night. I often find myself in a situation where I want to get really drunk really fast. And while mixers are always a good option for Kamchatka, foregoing them is equally as viable. A good old-fashioned 10-second straight out of the plastic bottle chug, followed by 2 to 3 minutes waiting period, is a guaranteed way to get the night started. Repeat this process until you're sufficiently hammered or until you've vomited up your dinner in the closest alleyway. If I were to recommend a mixer, I'd say go with whatever your heart desires. Kamchatka, being a vodka, means you can mix literally anything from soft drinks to coffee to even other alcoholic beverages. Hell, I've used Kamchatka as a substitute for water while baking a microwave cake in my room, as it was the only liquid I had. Strength. I specifically recommend the 42 proof 1.75 liter plastic Kamchatka bottle. It is a measuring system built right into it. The 1.75 liter bottle was engineered to contain precisely 2 servings of the drink. Whether that's one for you and one for a friend, or one for the morning or one for the evening, a half of this bottle is the perfect amount of drink before heading out if you wish to remain just barely functional. While 42 proof is only about half the strength of most hard liquors, I guarantee you'll have no problem getting sloshed when there's 1.75 liters all to yourself. Taste. 3 out of 10.
Right.
While pure Kamchatka is fucking awful, I find the feeling of chugging this vodka strangely addicting. I know how bad it will feel every time I hold the bottle up to my mouth, yet I find myself craving it every night. For those of you who are into chugging vodka straight, you still have the advantage that vodka can taste good with just about any liquor. Price. 10 out of 10. As explained earlier, the economic efficiency of Kamchatka is second to none other liquid, costing under $5 to get fucked up. Strength, 5 out of 10. Strength to me is more than just the 42 proof or 60 proof, depending on which bottle of K you purchase, sticker posted on the bottle. Given how easy it is to drink this vodka, I found that Kamchatka will fuck you up more times than not. Don't let the lower proof fool you. This is still liquor and you will get plastered. Final verdict, 7 out of 10. When simply averaging the 3 previous ratings, you'll find the overall rating should equal 6. This is, however, one classic case of the whole being greater than the sum of its parts. Getting absolutely shit-faced on straight Kamchatka is an experience that no man should die without being familiar with. A night with Shitty K has a vibe to it that magically blends the feeling of how the hell did I get this fucked up with I need to drink more of this now. A truly dangerous yet lively feeling that will give any man who is fortunate enough to spend their late teen years hooked on this drink a bittersweet sense of nostalgia. I have a punishing workout regimen. Every day I go 3 minutes on the treadmill, then I lie down, drink a glass of vodka, and smoke a cigarette. Anthony Hopkins. If that's not just a glowing food review, I don't know what is.
That is glorious.
I believe
Cheap ass gas station vodka.
What?
I genuinely could see Anthony Hopkins doing that shit.
That might be a real quote. I don't know.
Dude, the fact that they said drink it, like chug it 10 seconds straight and then have a 3 to 4 minute waiting period afterwards. That waiting period he's talking about is your body trying to decide whether or not to reject the liquid that just went into your body.
Oh,
It is vile. I have added water to Shitty K to like act like I didn't drink as much of it, and you will not tell a difference. The taste will not change. The proof will not change. It is the alcohol pack if you keep adding water to it.
Jekyll.
What?
Do you remember the Shitty K and chocolate milk we had? We drank a literal gallon of that shit. I don't know how we stomached it.
Oh my god. I don't. Oh, I'm actually gagging a little bit.
This is a real thing that we did.
I remember the next day.
The next day was awful. That was one of the worst hangovers I ever had. Also, how old were we at the time? 17?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. The worst part is I was going to bring up the other moment where I had technically a secret stash of alcohol under my bed for nearly like 2 years because Noel took a 2 liter of Fagos cotton
Oh god,
candy
that shit was
slurry,
vile too.
and he left maybe an inch at the bottom of that thing and filled the rest of it with shitty K.
Hey, we were having a good time.
It was a blue shitty K in
Okay,
that bottle.
hold on. There was also
We need to.
there was also just the straight bottle of shitty K that we just put a bottle of Mio into, and that shit just lived in our fridge for like a year and a half.
Yeah, we
Was it
wouldn't touch
good?
it. That's suicide.
Yeah. That was our last resort. Also, we had real alcohol at that point. Why
I don't
did we
think
even make that?
I don't know. I do not know. I
What?
thought it was an experiment that we had because we were supposed to do the water filter thing that we never ended up
Oh yeah,
trying.
there's
But
like
we-
there's like some myth about how if you run
If you
bad
poured
vodka
vodka-
in a Brita, it makes it good vodka.
We need to try that. That sounds like. Can we
I
make?
wanted to
can we
try
make
it.
the legend
That
of
sounds
Pain
that
good?
sounds like a side quest video that we will make at some point.
I would
That's
love
a-
to
that's
sit
a-
down and we all sit in a single room trying to do this
You know
because
what?
that's going to be
You know what?
fantastic.
Hey, I will say, there is going to be an associated channel to this channel that will be all about drinking. Bar stools and buttons. You guys are invited over when I'm filming that series, and we'll just have some drinks. We'll dress up in some nice clothes. We'll get fucking plastered. It'll be a
I
grand
love that
old
my
time.
mask allows me to drink and eat.
Yeah, maybe as a little side thing for barstools and buttons, we'll just have like a fucking food appear every now and then.
Oh yeah. I'm planning to do some like cooking stuff on that channel too.
I will make sushi.
Dude, I'm planning to do like some stews, and I've also been into baking bread recently. Also, Jekyll, I heard you're the leading expert on Mars.
Mars?
Yep, go. I just remembered that we had a topic for this episode.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. We don't need a topic. Keep with going with our normal shit. I don't give a fuck. We just
That's
had
fair.
to, we
Yeah,
had
but I have actually been into baking bread recently. It's been going pretty well. I've made a couple of like really good Amish white breads.
Could we please, at one point, whether it be for like on your Twitch streams or for the Barstool and Buttons, can we please have like a several hour long video of just us making like
Dude,
an entire
absolutely.
an entire dinner with like appetizers, entrees, desserts, and whatnot.
Fucking side
But it's
quest
all
Thanksgiving
shit.
stream.
Yeah, but it's all video game foods.
Oh, dude, I've got
I
so
don't
many
think my
books.
best for
Like, I've got the
Ramsey
Skyrim cookbook. I've got the Horizon Zero Dawn cookbook. I got a whole bunch. I am absolutely down for
I
this.
got the Deadpool.
Oh, fuck
we gotta
yeah.
do like we gotta make sure it's across so many different games. Like
Oh,
Horizon
dude,
Zero Dawn,
yo,
sure,
also,
Skyrim, absolutely.
I got
We
the
need to
D&D
have people-
cookbooks. I got like 2 or 3 D&D cookbooks.
Yes, I vote at least in some capacity we do.
Just keep talking.
Should
Just
we?
keep talking.
Should
Just
we?
keep talking.
The mushroom
Yo, eventually
stew,
we should just
Minecraft.
make. We should just make a side quest Twitch where if we want to make like a super long video, we just get together in one house and film. Just leave the camera rolling
Yeah.
while we're just hanging out.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'm about to be moving to a much nicer place as well, so it'll be a lot easier to film that kind of thing.
Bitchin'.
Yep. Yeah, but like stews, I actually made a stew last night. It was really good. I made a Japanese white stew, which uses a like mushroom and miso paste puck, like for flavoring, and then it had diced chicken, minced up broccoli, some carrots, and some diced potatoes, and I like simmered that for like 2 hours, then added a cup of sour cream, a cup of milk, and like an ungodly amount of salt. It was really nice. It was just a pleasant, thick white stew.
I had I stopped by a butcher recently and got a bunch of stuff. I had managed to get. So it sounds weird, but I got some like egg noodles. That kind of look like, kind of looks a bit like a fettuccine. Like
Egg noodles.
Medium. Yeah.
Dude, I
Then-
love egg noodles.
Then just good old red sauce, pasta sauce, and some Italian style meatballs.
Oh.
Just- Warm the sauce up in the little like saucepan. You know, a little bit of a small bubble to it, but just getting that warmed up. Cooking the noodles in water and salted water. And then just the meatballs, a little bit of oil in the skillet, and cook them off, get some color on them. And then
You know, speaking
throw
of,
them in the sauce, mix them up, and then throw the sauce and meatballs.
yo,
into the noodles and
speaking of egg noodles, I got a question for you here, Satin. Stroganoff.
I heard you. I
Stroganoff.
heard he was the leading expert in stroganoff. Actually.
Stroganoff? Does stroganoff go on egg noodles or does it go on mashed potatoes? Because I've had it both ways, and people seem to have a pretty strong opinion about which one is the correct one.
Are you kidding me? You can put it on egg noodles, and you could have the noodles with the mashed potatoes.
That's what I do, but like people have strong opinions about which one's correct.
In my opinion, either or sounds fine. However, what you're doing, like mixing the noodles with it, that sounds fucking fantastic.
Yeah, dude. I usually go layer of noodles, big dollop of mashed potatoes, and then the stroganoff over top.
That's actually pretty good. I think the only reason people would probably be bent out of shape about it is if they were like, well, one came first, and like,
yeah, I think it's like an
way.
argument about tradition. I think
It's got to be a tradition thing.
yeah, but I don't actually know which one's the traditional way, because I've heard that the mashed potatoes is older one, and I've heard like the modern
noodles.
tradition is egg noodles.
It's actually the noodles that were the original.
Okay.
You could serve with potatoes to the side, whether it be mashed or coins, but it was originally on noodles.
Okay. But yeah, so we should keep playing the game, because I'm gonna have a hell of a time coming up with the title for this if we don't play our game.
No, we just go with the Glory of Shitty K is the title for this one. Like,
yeah, I can't title it that. I can't swear in the titles.
He said,
no, you can't do the little star thing for it. What the hell?
I could do the Glory of Kamchatka.
Yeah, that's
actually,
fine.
that sounds a lot better. Make it sound as Russian as possible.
Yes.
Just a picture of that.
I actually ran into a Russian woman today, and
Oh,
that
yeah?
was like the peak of my day, other than flirting with my boss. But like, yeah.
You trying to get a raise, buddy?
Depends on the type of raise. No.
Nope. Expound. Expound.
No, I'm good.
You know what?
Anyway,
Jekyll, I actually heard you're the leading expert on fucking your way up the ladder. Would you like to tell us about that?
First of all, for the record, before I go into this whole spiel, because I have to pretend I'm actually this way, that's not at all what I do. I happen to get very close with my bosses. Because I don't treat them as they're above me. I treat them as people, but I respect their authority. That's a good way to treat your bosses, and it will get you further than being a dick.
Okay, so now that we've got the disclaimer out, for legal reasons, don't fuck your boss. Now, Jekyll, please explain to us how to fuck your boss.
Okay, so first things first, you have to immediately make a statement when you first walk into your job. You're not going to randomly fuck your boss. You can't just be working for this boss that you've hated for years and then suddenly go, okay, it's my turn. No, this has to be a new job.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
or if it's a new boss that just took over, that's definitely the main score area right there. I will say, number one way to get into anyone's bedroom, be funny. If you figure out what makes a person laugh and you keep hitting that funny bone, it will get you far, because the association of smiling and feeling good go hand in hand. And if someone constantly thinks that, oh, well, I feel good around this person, they're more likely to talk to you. In fact, there's a whole study shown that a good way to make people like you, ask them to do little mundane things for you, such as, oh, hey, can you give me a pencil or a pen or something like that? And if they go and do it and hand it to you without question, it's a slow little thing in their brains that go like, well, we like this person enough to do something for them. And it's actually a really bad manipulation tactic used in cults and everything, but I could go on about cults all day. But
I think we have his next topic.
As for swooning your boss, get to know them.
Professor Jekyll, I have a question.
Okay.
How do you avoid HR during this process?
Okay, so first things first, don't try getting a boss that's a prude. Okay, if your boss immediately goes like, "Oh, I can't talk about certain things with you because that's against HR," not going to be your best bet. As for someone who will treat you like just another person that they talk to, and they don't treat it as like severely a work conversation, and they're allowing to get personal with you, that's a great way to get past HR, especially if you start making HR jokes. This is a good way to figure out where they stand with HR before you actually do anything. So if you go like, I made a joke so good that HR wants to hear it, and if they laugh at that, more than likely you can probably get away with a little bit more with that boss.
Yes, but I wasn't expecting your boss to report you to HR. I was more implying that your coworkers who are jealous of your relationship with the boss report you to HR.
Actually, I had this happen recently. Granted, it was not anything like that type of relationship. I was just really close with them, and they trusted me with a lot. And I could get away with murder, pretty much. But best way to avoid that, know your blind spots of cameras and know when no one else is going to be around. And also don't flaunt it. Don't go about and go like, oh, hey, I'm boss's favorite, because that makes you a target. Now, if you keep your head low, you keep well-mannered, you treat everyone politely, and you pretty much treat everyone else like you're treating the boss, but you give the boss a little bit extra special treatment, it will go a long ways. People will turn blind eyes like crazy. It's just playing the game properly. But honestly, learn their personality. If they're actually someone you want to pursue and you want to possibly go further, consent, obviously.
You know, hey, I just got to make a small plug here. Be sure to check out Jekyll's new audiobook, How to Talk to Women, for only a payment of $99.99 4 times a week.
You know what? I could not write a book about how to talk to women to save my life, because every single time I've ever ended up with someone, I still don't know how.
Speaking of writing, I have to call you out real quick, Jekyll.
About what?
I'm gonna do this in the video just so that the entire internet knows that you have been supposed to be working on this. How's the script for the copyright tattoo skit coming?
Yeah. Well, you see, first of all, for anyone that doesn't understand,
not a single person would understand that. It's only something we've talked about.
I had a high thought at one point about a very funny conversation that kind of also dealt with like some OF issues that were going on. And essentially I was talking about like copyright laws and like, could you possibly copyright your own body so that no one else can use your likeness or pictures of your body for anything. So Noel thought it would be a good idea to have me write a whole entire script for us to act out for someone trying to push this either to their friends or in court.
Dude, I thought the court idea would be funnier. Cause imagine that this guy got caught like robbing a bank, but he didn't wear a mask. He just had a copyrighted tattoo on his face. So he was trying to get the fucking footage scrubbed because they didn't have permission to film his face. Well, as the lead writer on this project has apparently had to step away for a moment, Satin, what do you think of this idea? Insert cricket noises. Satin? Satin?
What'd you say?
Are you awake?
Baby.
Okay, well, I was asking what you thought of the copyright tattoo skit ideas and whether you had any opinions on it. You fucking fell asleep.
I'll be honest, I don't really have any opinions on it.
All right, well, shit. All right, let's go back to talking about food because Jekyll had to step away again.
Cunt!
Well, on the matter of food, what do you think, what are some popular foods that you think are overrated, Satin?
Popular foods that are overrated?
Yeah. I have one that might get me in trouble.
I'm sorry, I have one that I think people do like, but I also maybe not. That's buffalo wings.
Buffalo, oh yeah. Honestly, bone-in wings in general, they're just not that great. Like, a boneless wing is just so much more food. And it's like easier to eat, it's more convenient, and I think a lot of times the like other sauces besides buffalo is way better. Like my favorite is boneless Korean barbecue wings. I think they're so much better than like a bone-in buffalo wing.
Garlic parmesan all the way.
All right. But I do have another one that will get me in trouble with a certain demographic of the internet. I think spaghetti is overrated as fuck.
Okay, okay, we're ending the call here.
I hate spaghetti. The only good thing that comes out of spaghetti is having garlic bread to the side.
Garlic bread is, in fact, the best part of spaghetti.
Garlic bread is the best food out there. I hate to say it. Like, if I was
hold on.
To die, my last meal, garlic bread and steak. That's it.
No, hold on. Garlic bread is not the best food. It's not even the best bread.
No, because you're a sourdough addicted motherfucker.
No, I wasn't even. Hey, yo, I wasn't even gonna bring up sourdough. I was gonna say Cheddar Bay biscuits.
You're. Let's see is Cheddar Bay biscuits steak. And that's it. And the enemies.
Satin, can you understand him?
No, I can't. I think he's having a stroke.
He got so angry his mic cut out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, you need shot.
Hold on, I think there are much better pastas. Like, okay. I would much rather have a plate or bowl of some good ravioli than spaghetti.
Okay.
At least he's not
calm down now.
Completely pasta in general.
So I will say, Noel was absolutely right. I highly agree. And the thing that I added at the end was the actual final meal I would like to have is Cheddar Bay biscuits, steak, and the blood of my enemies. And I kind of crashed out because I hate when you're right, but Cheddar Bay biscuits are the best type of bread out there.
Yeah.
They are better than sex. They are better than relationships because they change at some point.
Do you need therapy?
Bro, I've needed therapy. What are you talking about?
All right, new side quest idea. One of our goalposts. Jekyll in therapy.
will animate me laying down and you three just sitting there trying to take notes.
Dude, we're just gonna cut together random parts of this podcast, animate it into a therapy session for you.
Actually, out of all the different episodes when I've randomly said something is wholesome and you've had to go like, we need to check your definition of wholesome. I need a compilation of that.
Dude, we need to make some compilations. That would be fun. I don't know how to do that. I am not that well versed in editing. I think to this day, the video that exists that I put the most effort into editing was probably still the Pixelmon episode with multiple POVs. I put so much time into editing that.
That's probably what we need more than anything. Not just
I
an
know.
artist, but we need like an editor.
I know.
Someone who knows how to do like fun edits.
I could. I know I have the capability of doing it. I just need to.
I don't know how you get clips from other things to put into your videos.
You can find them on like free websites and like download stuff. It's the same with like sound banks and stuff, but
yeah, I'll just need a whole crash course for that. That's why our sponsor today is Skillshare. I'm joking. I wish. Man, that would have been...
we do have a sponsor, which we haven't mentioned in months. Advanced GG Energy Drinks.
Bro, I've wanted to record a whole entire ad segment already.
Well,
I just
fucking
need my shot.
Okay, record an ad segment. First, you have to buy some of this shit to taste.
Yeah, of course, because I don't want to absolutely support something that could be absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Watch it give me like uranium poisoning.
That'd be hilarious.
Our new flavor, Chernobyl.
Our new flavor, irradiated Mountain Dew from McDonald's. Hit him with the McDonald's Sprite.
Welcome to Welcome to the limited edition like stalker version of Gamer Sups. It helps you. It makes you 50%. It makes you 50% more efficient at slop squatting.
Hold on.
If I ever get a Gamer Subs like sponsorship, I will have to make some type of joke about like cocaine since it's a white powder anyways, and I just need my fans to snort that shit.
Hold on. Didn't Gamer Subs
your own
get in
flavor,
trouble
it's
recently
called
for
Booger
like
Sugar.
screwing over everyone who worked for them?
I don't know if it was Gamer Subs or something else.
No, that might have been G Fuel.
G Fuel, more likely.
Because D-Fuel's kind of just disappeared.
Well, yeah, because it's...
Wait, no, G Fuel is just... Yo, but this just got me reminded me of something. Do you guys know about the Predator vision?
Yeah.
Epstein?
No, Predator Vision, the cocktail.
Oh, no, I did not. But good to know there's something out there.
Okay, you want to know what the Predator Vision is?
Go ahead.
So step one of the Predator Vision is an Adderall XR30. You top that off with a Vintage 4 Loco, you hit a bong rip, and then you have Predator Vision for about 10 seconds before you have a heart attack.
Wait. Run me through that real
why?
quick. I need to take notes.
I wonder why.
I need to take notes. Read that off again.
Alright, so you mix an Adderall XR30 with a Vintage 4 Loco, you slam a bong rip, that gives you Predator Vision, and then you have a fucking heart attack.
Jesus Christ. Like, fuck's sake.
Is it only those three things?
That's the like copy pasta that I just read off.
Okay. Because I just wrote it down so I can use it later.
Please don't do that. SideQuest health insurance does not cover that.
It's called being prescribed to Adderall and just never liked it.
SideQuest health insurance does not cover that. Neither does our legal team.
Yeah, because currently both of those are at 0.
Legally, kids never do drugs. It's not worth it. It's only going to be good the first time you do it, and after that, it's only going to disappoint you.
What is this? Hold
However,
on, guys. I've just been
do it.
derailed slightly.
For what?
I just got a very interesting notification on Steam.
Oh, what would that be?
I might have to buy this because
What is it?
the title is just funny. I just got a notification on my phone from Steam that says a game on your wish list, Once Upon a Time, is on sale. I don't remember what the fuck this is.
Dude, you have 2 girlfriends. Lay off the porn.
Fuck off.
Some of us are going raw hand out here, brother.
I barely understood that shit.
I don't know.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, every now and then Jekyll just has to put on the Darth Vader mask, not Darth Vader. Darth Vader.
I'm telling you.
McQueen, he's going the dark side.
Get him on the back.
All right. Let's end with one more. Let's end with one more world's best expert speech, and then we'll cut out for tonight. And I think Satin, it's time for you. Satin, I heard you're the world's leading expert on Monster Hunter. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, God. So you know how rednecks go out in the woods with their firearms, just shoot at everything that breathes.
Easy.
Like all the deer, the fox, the squirrels.
The sky.
Okay,
Easy.
You know, I once saw a redneck go out in the middle of the
And then
street, scream to
bring
the
it home.
heavens, "Fuck you, God!" and then he emptied his 12 gauge into the sky.
Yeah, God hasn't been breathing since.
At least
But
it
anyway,
wasn't me.
but they just
What?
shoot
That
everything
was
with a-
you after like one too many coffees.
And you shoot every animal with a pulse, then drag it on home, carve it up, and then they wear the skin for like undies and eat the meat in like a stew or a sandwich or some shit like that.
I stand by eating the meat because I have a freezer full of venison right now.
So that's effectively what Monster Hunter is like, except you're not doing it. Well, occasionally you do it with a gun, but sometimes that gun is either a cross between a gun and a crossbow, 2 different kinds, or it's on a fucking lance. But most of the time, it's nothing but blades and hammers and apparently a fucking dude stick. Because, and guess what? Instead of hunting, like, white-tailed deer or squirrels or, like, sometimes even birds like ravens, you are instead fighting a cross between a T-Rex and a chicken, a fucking dragon, and then creatures that are responsible for wiping towns off the fucking map just by existing. And also just things, fucking up, like, ecology in the area, such as an angry fucking pickle that does know when to stop eating, or one of my personal favorites, a funky monkey that makes Godzilla its bitch.
Oh, King Kong?
Well, his name is Rajang, but sure. he has the nickname of Furious George for a reason.
Why did that make Noel sound very racist? Like you said his name's Rajesh, and you're like, yeah, that King Kong monkey looking motherfucker.
That motherfucker, he said makes Godzilla his bitch, so I made a King Kong joke. That was not racially motivated.
If C was here, he's here in spirit.
Well, C's not here, and he won't be here for the next few weeks just because of some family issues. But we do have to get back to the main quest. We've earned our XP, we've gathered our rewards, and we will see you back on the trails. Have a good night.
Bye.